Hey everyone, how you doing? This is Amon Green, Gourmet Packers all-time leading rusher, and you're watching Packers Total Access Live, your daily source for Packer content. Go Pack, go!
What's up, guys? Welcome into Packers Total Access. My name is Clayton. You can check us out on packernet.com. Find me on Twitter at Packers_access. Joined alongside Emilio in Tennessee. We got Jacob in Wisconsin. We got Tim in Green Bay. Boy, got a little sun on that forehead today, my man. Look at that. Oh, have mercy. That's what I'm talking about. So obviously had an awesome day 6 of training camp. Practice 6, whatever you want to call it. We're going to break down all of that tonight. I know the chat's already lit up. We got super chats flying in. Thank you guys and gals for joining us this evening. We're going to hit this evening Tim on the sidelines to practice today in Green Bay. Absolutely awesome. We got Matthew Golden. Breaking news today. Matthew Golden showing up strong today in training camp. We got another little scuffle. We're going to talk about that, right? That's exciting. Always exciting to get a little antsy over there on the practice field. And then we'll give you a full day 6 recap. So before we do that, though, if you guys would do that YouTube stuff for us, hit like, hit subscribe. If this is your first time tuning into PTA, welcome. Thank you for making us a part of your evening. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're not media members. What we are fans just like you. So if you're looking for daily Packers content and from a fan's perspective, us breaking down the tape, pre-game shows, post-game shows, in-depth analysis, and again, without the political correctness and trying to sound professional, as you can already tell, hit that subscribe button and hop in here with us on the daily. We appreciate y'all, like I said, hanging out with us. So let's get this party started, man. Tim, pretty special day today. I'm going to lead off with it, man. This fired me up seeing you with our boy Rob Westerman on the sideline today. And, man, I just want to get your take on it, dude. What was it like being on the sideline at practice? Got beyond the tape today, right?
Yeah, definitely. Firsthand experience. Big shout out to Rob, man. That was awesome. Kind of woke up to a message this morning, last minute kind of thing. He had an extra sideline pass, decided to give it to me, and had a wonderful day, man. Once in a lifetime experience for sure. And it's something else to be inside the fence. You know, you spend so many years standing outside and, you know, you actually get to, you know, set foot on Ray Nitschke Field. It's something incredible for sure. Yeah,
it doesn't get any better than that view right there, boys and girls. Absolutely awesome. And I'm going to tell you something about Rob. I've said it before and I'll say it again. There you go. Chat says Tim's Total Access. Rob was a guy that we connected. I mean, it seemed like as soon as I got on X, we seemed to hit it off and connect. And I had him on the show here. He was one of the guys like, absolutely, I'll come on and talk ball with you. Yeah. Huge following on Twitter. I think like 60-some thousand followers. I was, you know, coming in 1,200 hot, right? So he's just always been a blessing to our show. And it's so cool that he was able to get you on the sideline. How about this, though? Tim and Josh Jacobs hanging out there after practice.
Yeah. You know? Another kind of luck of the draw situation. I was actually I was sitting in the truck eating a sandwich after practice. I had food all over my face, and I happened to look up, and there was Josh walking in to the facility. So I had to jump out and see if he would take a quick pic, and he was nice enough to stop. It was awesome. Yeah. Hope there's no food in my teeth in that picture.
Yeah, and that pic right there, man. That I can't tell you how much that made me smile right there, dude. Being right there on the sideline, absolutely awesome. Mama, we made it, right? Absolutely love it. So again, you know Tim, yeah, congratulations, buddy. Glad you got out there, and again, shout out to Rob Westerman for making that happen. Absolutely awesome.
Absolutely.
So, since you were there today, Tim, let's get your take on practice before. Listen, we're going to dive into all the details. I just like to kind of open it up with what's at the forefront of your mind. What stood out to you the most today at Packers practice? Anything kind of stick out to you?
Like Tupac LaFleur said before, we're going to see some real football today, and picked a good day to be on the sideline because we saw some real football. The piss was hot all day long, and the intensity level was ratcheted up another notch or two, and it was just incredible to be that close, to, you know, see, hear, and unfortunately at times smell what was going on the sidelines during training camp practice. It was phenomenal, but super intense, man. Both sides of the ball, everybody getting after it. Coaches had to separate guys more than once today. Guys are fighting for a roster spot. It's that time of year, man. Piss is hot. Intense football, baby.
Yes, sir. Hardy the Prophet with the super chat says, sit your butt outside.
Sit your butt outside.
You go. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for the support. Aaron Rodgers, our Aaron Rodgers, not the Aaron Rodgers with the super chat. The vibe around this team really gets you piss hot, especially what I just found throwback to 2010. You know what? Let's hit.
Yeah, our guys better wake up with their piss hot, like I said before. So.
Let's get into that before we dive into everything else. I want to be able to play the America's game clip I just tweeted out. You guys go check it out, but there's music in it and we'll get in trouble. Tim, if you'll get me a screen grab ready, I want you guys and gals to tell me if this sounds familiar, what Rob Domofsky said earlier today. And shout out to Aaron Rodgers who sent this over to me earlier. I'll just play the audio for you guys. This is Rob Domofsky on ESPN, I think on NFL Live, right? And listen to what he says about the mindset of this football team in Green Bay this year.
Matt LaFleur knows how to win. In fact, since he's arrived here in Green Bay, no team in the NFC has won more games. What are the expectations now for this Packers team?
Shay, in the last segment, you mentioned the new locker room that's been renovated. If you walk down that hall, you'll notice that there's banners. There's 13 of them for each championship they've won, 1929 to 2010. And after 2010, there's a blank one. This team knows that that's the expectation. I talked to cornerback Nate Hobbs, who came here in free agency, and I asked him if he noticed that empty banner, and he said right away, and it's been too long of a gap between 2010 and now. General Manager Brian Gutekunst, who has put this young team together, has said several times, it's time we make this step forward. He said in his opening press conference a couple of days ago, we've had a lot of regular season success around here, but it's time we take that next step. And Jordan Love said it is definitely time.
In the last couple.
How cool is that, man? You guys remember what I'm talking about, Emilio, Jacob? The 2011 America's game where obviously Mike McCarthy's Packers wins the Super Bowl. It starts the video off with their loss against Arizona. We could drop that down now, Tim. Thank you so much for that, buddy. Appreciate it. So it starts off with the loss in Arizona, the playoff loss in Arizona, right? The strip sack on Aaron Rodgers, I think, in overtime. And then it goes straight into another clip where Mike McCarthy had all in their champions room, their meeting room, they had all pictures of all the Super Bowl or championship teams, I should say, right? All 13 of them or however many there were at the time. And in the very front of the room is just a blank canvas, right? Just a blank picture. Like, that's what we're playing for, right? And it's just so cool that they're kind of going down that road again here with this whole banner thing. I don't know, Emilio, have you seen that America's Game episode? You know what I'm talking about, Jacob? Same thing?
Yeah, I believe I have. And that's just kind of that mentality that you can bring in. Is something that the team can do, the Packers can do to sort of help the players, just getting it out there, just kind of putting it in front of their eyes. Because, everyone's looking up in Detroit at that one banner in the nosebleeds up there. But like, let's look at like our history here. Let's build off that. Let's etch our name so that we can be there too. I think that's what this team's all about. You can hear it in each one of their pressers, like that they just have that kind of drive, that mentality. It's head down, stay focused, work hard.
Yeah. Jacob, you know what I'm talking about, that 2011 America's Game. Have you seen that?
I don't think I have seen that, no.
Oh, boy, we got to get you guys on that tonight. It is unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. So what's your take on that, though, just kind of keeping the vision in front of the guys there with the empty banner?
I think it's great. Obviously it's called Title Town for a reason. That means that Lombardi trophy is supposed to be in our locker room, our trophy case for sure. And it really is. I don't know about you guys, but I like what H.E. Soder says here. He says, has the identity of the Packers changed from totally a quarterback dependent team to that of aggressive defense that controls the ball through the run on offense? Will that approach work in today's NFL? I don't know about you guys, but I don't remember in my honestly, almost my whole life until maybe the mid-90s that I've felt like this was that we had a more aggressive team than we do right now at this point. Like, you could argue that it's a good thing or a bad thing. I think it's a great thing, to be honest. Obviously, we have to take care of our guys in practice, but the mentality seems to be we're not patty caking. I keep using that phrase because these guys are going at it hard. Obviously, Tim can probably attest to it, seeing it firsthand, but I love the aggressiveness. I like the physicalness. I like the fact that for the first time in a very long time, it feels like that the defense is truly leading this organization and the run game as well. And I don't know about you guys. The last time that happened, it felt like we had a pretty complete team.
Yeah, the last time I felt exactly what Solder just described was 2011, 2010,
Yeah.
2011. We had the best defense in the league.
Yep.
Clay Matthews, B.J. Raji. I mean, it was, that was, A.J. Hawk anchoring in the middle there. You had Charles Woodson playing the star position. You had Nick Collins at post safety, like Nick Collins, Xavier McKinney, right? Adrian Cooper, A.J. Hawk. Clay Matthews, Rashawn Gary. Like, you've got some of those same
Blitz
pieces.
Shermer, Jeff Halfley,
Hey, seriously. Dom Capers, everybody laughed at Dom Capers because the last few years in Green Bay weren't pretty. He came in here. I'm telling you, when they hired him, my old ass was on the message boards going, boys, we about to get Blitzburg. This is the Blitzburg defense from the 90s is what we're getting. And who did he bring in to be the DB's coach? If I remember correctly, it was Darren Perry.
Yep.
He brought in Kevin Green to be the outside linebackers coach. Like all his old players.
It is time.
Yeah. Telling you, man, it was awesome. So Soder, yeah, I'm with you there. And as in terms of the blueprint he laid out there when he said, totally quarterback dependent of that and aggressive defense that controls the ball through the run on offense. Aggressive defense that controls the ball through the run on offense is exactly what the Philadelphia Eagles did last year.
Yeah.
And we're pressing right into that blueprint. And again, it's a copycat league. So I really like the direction in which the team's going. It's still going to come down to Jordan Love protecting the football. It's got to protect the football. But
absolutely.
Go ahead, Tim. You got anything else?
No, I was going to say, I think Soder makes a great point. I think, like all of those things are true at the same time. I don't know if we've necessarily deviated from being, a quarterback prevalent organization. Obviously, we go from AR-12 to J Money, and Lord knows where we'll be in another 10 or 15 years from now. But you combine that with a good defense and, the right personnel, the right staff. I mean, the vibe around here, man, like you said, Clay, the window's open, man. We have every opportunity to win it all this year. And I think it comes down to guys, translating what they're doing now at this time of year, come, December, January football, it's got to translate all the way to the playoffs and all the way through. So I think we have the pieces in place for sure this year.
And if there's anybody that hears this and they're not a Packer, they're just homers. They're just homers. I'm seeing more and more power rankings come out. One came out from Fox NFL earlier, one of their contributors, who has Green Bay as the 5th best team in the league and the 2nd best team in the NFC. Yep. So you're starting to see the national media go, holy crap, this Green Bay team seems legit. I'm telling you, man, it's all coming together real nice. And I think a big part of that is going to be what Matthew Golden does this year. I don't know if you guys seen this from earlier today, but he's having him a camp, boys. I'm just telling you right now. And we're going to hit all the day 6 recaps and all that good stuff for you guys and gals. But I just wanted to start with this. Did you guys see this clip of the 60-yard bomb to Matthew Golden? Let's play it here once. And shout out to who was it? I'm trying to think of who tweeted this video. And I think it might have gotten it off of Instagram or something. But Packer Sleeper, I think is what it is. Sleepers, Packer Sleepers. Go give them a follow over on Twitter. Great new follow for sure. But here we go. This is Jordan Love throwing to Matthew Golden. I believe it's Carrington Valentine in coverage. Really good coverage. Watch Matthew Golden on this play. One more time here. We'll play it one more time. Again, watch him. The way he attacks the football in the air. Come back to it. Whoop. The one thing you're getting with Matthew Golden, I think many people are overlooking, is his ability, Emilio, to attack the football. When we broke down his college tape, man, it was all over him attacking the football. He's very, very good possession receiver in terms of, contested catches, really.
Right. Strong hands, goes out, snaps it down, pulls it in. He was talking about I think it was that route where he had his double move. I think he had worked on it earlier in the week, and when he went back to it, he said he did a little something different when he got to, I think, to the top of his stem there, sold it a little bit better, and then was able to break it out. And, Jordan put a good ball on him. But I just love the way Jordan was talking about him in his presser and the way, Matthew Golden's kind of carrying himself and the way he's working through the offense right now, learning, being able to talk to Jordan, all that. And I love that Jordan just calls him MG. Like, all right, that's money. We're going to keep that nickname.
Yeah, you got that right. Yeah. And so just to kind of go through, let's do a quick recap up to this point of what Matthew Golden's training camps look like, right? Overall impression in camp through the first 6 practices of the 2025 Packers training camp. Golden has turned heads with his performance, earning praise for his speed, route running, and quick adaptation. Described as a speeding bullet, he's shown elite athleticism and is building strong chemistry with quarterback Jordan Love. Coaches and teammates view him as a smart, mature rookie who's adjusted well with potential for an immediate role despite initial conservative expectations. You guys know we've talked about this in the past. It's going to take a little bit of time to pick up this offense and get implemented into the offense. But he's grabbing it and running with it right off the bat from day one. So in day one of training camp, Golden looked sharp with the outset, displaying his wheels and making catches during team drills. He expressed feeling comfortable right away, crediting the welcoming environment and fan support. Post-practice, he noted, quote, "I feel like I definitely landed where I need to be." Day 4 highlights, Golden impressed with multiple receptions, including a touchdown pass from backup quarterback Malik Willis in tight coverage. He took reps with Jordan Love and demonstrated his ability to find open zones, such as on return route that drifted upfield for a big gain. Observers noted his smoothness and potential as a future wide receiver 1. Jacob, we talked about this, man. The receiver that he reminds me of is Greg Jennings. He reminds me of a quicker, faster version of Greg Jennings. I don't know how you feel about it.
Yeah, Dead Fish is mimicking that right there. Greg Jennings, maybe Sterling Sharp. I really, really, really love that about him. I watched an interview from him today about him, like Amelia was talking about, how he ran this route a little bit earlier in the week and didn't have necessarily the type of success he wanted. And just the fact that he's a rookie and he's able to diagnose what he did wrong, and then immediately next time he gets that opportunity. I think what he said, Emilio, didn't he say something like he used his eyes in a different way, trying to look off the cornerback to kind of make him break differently on the ball, and that he utilized that to his benefit. Right. Absolutely. And that's the type of thing, though, like I'm saying, is that's years beyond where a guy like him should be at this point, in my opinion. He's learning the right way. He also went on to reiterate how much that relationship with Jordan Love, he's like, it's right where it needs to be. And I would argue it's probably, I think that's more progressed than honestly we would think at this point. And, what you guys said earlier, I think is a great point. He's got those late hands. Who does that remind you of? Devontae. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Where he can turn around, pluck that ball, and the strong grip, the strong hands that he's got there, able to just kind of snag those balls out of the sky right there in front of defenders. And like you said, CV had some pretty good coverage. I think they said that they went 1v1 against each other 3 times today, and Golden won 2 of the 3. So
nice. Let's go, dude. That was arguably your best cornerback on the team last year, too. Day 6, which was today, standout plays. This is with Golden's breakout day, shining in pads for the second consecutive practice. Connected with Love on a 60-yard bomb for a touchdown during 11-on-11s, beating 2 defenders and leaving the field buzzing. Earlier, he flashed in drills, continuing a streak of impressive catches. However, he had his first drop in camp on a high throw from Love during 3rd and 7, leading to an interception by Nate Hobbs. His only notable miscue so far. Obviously, that was yesterday when that tip pass happened for the interception. Speed and route running. Golden's elite speed has been on full display, earning him the nickname from camp observations. He's excelled in deep ball chemistry with Love, making plays like snatching ankles on routes and finding soft spots in zones. His recovery burst and mirroring ability downfield has been highlighted, though some note minor stiffness in his lower body from pre-draft scouting. So you're seeing some of those questions being answered here, Tim. And again, how many times do we hear people talk about, well, I watched the college tape and he just doesn't look that fast to me. He doesn't look like a 4.2 40 to me. We've seen him out there scorching guys and having to wait on passes. And again, you've seen it on the college tape as well. Obviously with the RAS card, the only thing that was really poor that he did test out on was undersized, right? At 5 foot, whatever it was, 5'11", 191 pounds, and 4.29 40 speed. Beautiful thing is a 2.49 20-yard split and a 9.90 10-yard split, which shows you the twitch off the line. Tim, you've been right there, boots on the ground, man. What's Golden look like in person?
I'll tell you what, I watched some of those matchups with him and CV, and when you see him walk away from the play, they look like 2 carbon copies. Like their body types are very similar, similar stature, similar weight. To see those guys challenge each other is something incredible, especially to be that close. And to CV's credit, I even saw a route later on in practice where I believe it was Rome, basically cooked him right off the break, and he was able to recover and make a nice play. But Matthew Golden, I don't know who was saying that they see lower body stiffness. I don't know what the hell that is.
Well,
I didn't see that.
It said in the scouting aspect leading up.
The anonymous scouts that talk about he looks stiff. Yeah, I didn't see that. To me, he looks like a guy that's been playing in the NFL for more than 2 or 3 years. He doesn't look like a rookie, and I'm sure there's things in his game they got to iron out, especially like the X's and O's and grasping, some of the cans and some of the nuance to the offense that Matt's trying to run. But at the end of the day, dude, Matthew Golden's the real deal. I know it's early, but I mean, I've seen enough at this point. I mean, I don't know about how you guys feel, but he certainly looks like the real deal.
No, he does to me too, man. Again, we've seen this before. Players will come out in training camp and they look great, and then they go on to have average careers, right? We've seen it over and over and over again. But I have personally never seen specifically a Green Bay training camp, or to be honest, you're talking about a first-round receiver. You're talking about a receiver that your scouting department actually had a first-round grade on, which is the first time it's happened in forever. And to see him come out and just kind of live up to expectations, I was trying to curb the enthusiasm because you expect a rookie to have some hiccups. It don't seem like he's going to have much hiccups. So it goes on to say, actually, there was somebody that tweeted or posted something in here. You had it up just a second ago. It's gone now. Never mind. Quotes from there it is. Yeah, thank you for that, Jacob. Demetrius Melvin said, I believe that Steve Smith said that Golden was the top receiver of this draft. Steve Smith Jr. or Senior now did say that. He said he was his top receiver. And again, the thing that caught our attention with Matthew Golden, and it's like, I remember us going around the horn on draft night going, all right, who do you think it is? Who do you think it is? I was like, I think it's Matthew Golden, because two of the most accurate predictors of the draft that's who their pick was Matthew Golden. And then when you look at what he did at Texas as the moving Z, it just fits what Matt LaFleur wants in his wide receivers. For sure. William Herman here says, what if Golden is good right away, plus Reed, Wicks, and Kraft all make third-year jumps? This offense could be crazy good. I've seen people complimenting Savion Williams, too, at the limited time he's on the field, but it sounds like he's looking like the real deal as well. So it goes on to say, quotes from Golden on his mindset, if the ball is anywhere close to me, my mindset is to go get it. He appreciated fan support, saying it means a lot, and emphasized leaving camp intensity on the field. Golden also plans to connect with teammates off the field to build relationships. Quotes from teammates and coaches. Jordan Love praised Golden's impressive start and chemistry building. GM Brian Gutekunst called him, quote, really smart and well-adjusted. Head coach Matt LaFleur highlighted the competitive nature, but noted the need for smart practice to avoid injuries. So, really, really excited to see what Matthew Golden can do. Let's go around the horn one more time. Quick little snippet here if you want to start there, Emilio. Anything else on Matthew Golden before we move on?
No, I'm excited to see him out there. He's a dog. He's working hard, and like you said, he doesn't really approach it as a rookie. Obviously, he is, but let's learn as fast as we can. Let's grow as fast as we can, as long as we're getting better. And they were talking, him and Sorrell were saying, they're ready for this kind of family night coming up, which is exciting. They're used to playing in that big crowd. I think that's going to help. But just the transition time is impressive.
Anything else, Jacob?
No, I really do think that Matthew Golden, I'll be 100% honest, guys. When we drafted him, I thought that he would be kind of a project. I thought he may take a year or two, almost have like a redshirt year because of how deep we were at the wide receiver room. I'm sincerely starting to believe that he could be an actual wide receiver one for us. And I know that's kind of a blasphemous thing to say, but I really am seeing it. And the
closest thing we have is on the PUP list right now. So it makes perfect sense, right?
Right. And, we talked about it many, many times, many years, many seasons where Matt LaFleur maybe has given us some coach speak. For whatever reason, I just don't feel like it's that he's BSing us when he's in those interviews and he really answers the question that could Matt Golden be this, could be that. I really do think that they see the same thing that maybe we're seeing. And who knows, boys, we could look up and maybe halfway through this year and Matthew Golden could be an absolute star in this league.
Yeah. Anything else, Tim? You good, bub?
No, the Golden Child's the real deal. That's all. I'll just leave it there.
There you go. Let's move along to something else that happened earlier today. Matt LaFleur loses his cool as another scuffle breaks out at camp. Obviously, this time, we'll just go through the information and you guys will kind of cipher it out here. Main incident: a scuffle occurred between Green Bay Packers offensive tackle Rasheed Walker and defensive end Kingsley Enagbare during training camp on Tuesday. Enagbare got under Walker on a bull rush. After holding him off and completing a pass, Walker pulled Enagbare to the turf, sparking commotion. The coach's response: head coach Matt LaFleur kicked Walker off the field and made him run a lap around the north practice field. Walker noted he hadn't ran a lap since his freshman year of high school. All right.
Wow.
But here's the best part of this. All right. Teammate support. Walker's offensive line teammates, Jordan Morgan, Zach Tom, Elton Jenkins, Sean Ryan, tight end Tucker Kraft, and running back Josh Jacobs joined him in running the lap. In the post-practice huddle, LaFleur expressed frustration and warned the team to practice smarter or face more laps. You talk about maximizing a situation where Matt's going to continue to get on everybody's ass about stay off the ground. The reason being in training camp practice, I know most people probably know this, when you're on the ground consistently, that's how guys get rolled up. That's how you get people hurt, right? So the fact that Rasheed Walker grabbed the pass rusher, got beat on the bull rush, and just pulled him to the ground, Matt LaFleur absolutely lost his mind, they said, right? But that happens. Hey, go get you one in, go run a lap. And your teammates go, you know what, we'll do it with them. Man, I'm telling you, this is something special. It's something special. Tim, did you see that firsthand?
Yeah,
man?
I saw it 5 feet in front of my face. And
does that sound like a pretty accurate depiction of what happened, or is it a little different?
No, that's exactly what happened.
I heard Tucker Kraft was the first one. Is that true, Tim?
What? First
that,
one to
first one that said, hey, we got to join this guy, like, and ran over to him. That's
yeah, he was one of the first, but I will tell you one thing that's not in this this write-up is QB1, Jordan Love, was the absolute first person over to Rasheed Walker after that rep on the sideline. And I'm not going to quote him and tell you what was discussed, but QB1 went over and put hands on Rasheed right away and talked to him and tried to find out what was going on, told him to take a breath. And those two had a moment on the sideline. And then shortly after that was when you saw the boys join them, because Coach LaFleur came over and was obviously – breathing fire and upset. And, I guess that's what I can say. Yeah, he was upset. The piss was a little hot with Tupac LaFleur today, just a little bit. But the thing that stood out to me when that happened, because it was one of those things, guys get wrapped up, you're playing hard, it's a little bit after the whistle, whatever. The piss was hot. But the thing that stood out to me was QB1 coming over right away to his left tackle and saying, hey, what's going on? Everything good? Jordan kind of checked in with him before any of this other stuff happen, which I thought stood out to me for sure.
Got it. I love what Clint says. Matt LaFleur press conference was fun today. Actually, we got us a new drop from that.
Talking about that's my job.
Emilio with the drops, baby. I love it.
What are you talking about? That's my job.
It's awesome. Absolutely awesome. So yeah, they basically said, we know you don't have time to watch every snap. You're like, what are you talking about? Like that's what I do. Like that's my job.
Yep.
Cracks me up, man. So they think the head coach isn't watching all the snaps.
Right.
Yeah. We might not be seeing them all live, but he's watching them after practice.
Right. Yeah.
He's probably watching them right now while we're on here yakking about practice 5 hours ago.
He's probably watching the show, Tim.
I think we've got some pretty strong confirmation there are notable people watching the show. They just never seem to mention that they're watching the show, which cracks me up. That's a story for another day. We'll leave that one out there in the ether for everybody to figure out. But all right, so quotes from Rasheed Walker. How did he respond to this, right? On running the lap, quote, I haven't run a lap since probably like my freshman year of high school. On teammates joining, it was good, just made me want to do it more because at first I didn't want to do it. But I saw my teammates running with me, so I was, quote, I'm going to run. So it helped my mood get better seeing my teammates running with me. So you got a guy that's like one or two things are going to happen. He's going to be down on himself or he's going to be down on the coach. And then when you see the teammates like, hey, we're doing it together, let's go, it just X's all that off. You know what I mean? Removes all that anxiety. I love it. On the incident, man, sometimes it just gets really competitive, especially O-line and D-line. Everybody wants to be dominant. Stuff happens. You just got to manage things. On camp intensity, he says the offense is going hard, defense is going hard, high intensity, thick of camp, stuff happens. It's so true. On relationship with Enagbare, I'm cool. I'll probably check his temperature later, but I'm cool. It's just practice, leave it on the field, no hard feelings. about nothing. And it does go on here in a minute. I'll just skip ahead, and then we'll come back to what Tucker Kraft and everybody said. Walker plans to meet with Enigbari in the team cafeteria to address any issues and resolve them. So he's there. Hey, let's get it out in the open, get this over with, right? And it honestly sounds like he was in the wrong. Rashid was in the wrong, right? Enigbari's probably got to be thinking, dude, I'm just trying to do my damn job. You put me on a turf, like you're risking hurting somebody. So I can understand him being a little more upset than Sheed, but at the same time, these guys ain't going to hold no grudge.
I'm going to be honest. I think my initial reaction when I saw it happen in front of me was that I think Rashid was upset that the whistle was blown as fast as it was. And he seemed frustrated that he wasn't able to, continue that play. He felt like it was blown dead early, and then it was like extracurricular that happened afterwards. So I fully expect that Rashid probably feels the same way as JJ Enigbari does too, that it's just practice and it's, nothing serious.
All right. I see people in the chat now trying to figure out who we were talking about, who's been watching the show. I'll tell you who I think's hiding in the chat. Might be one of these guys right here.
The Glover lover.
Shout out to Cody, also known as Packer Up, who immediately hit me with an email after the show, probably before the show was over. I got you, fam.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Bro, I love that he didn't take the time to blend it together. Just
no, that's perfect.
As quick as possible. So
that's the updated race car bed picture right there.
Clint, the armchair quarterback, you are the man, gifting 10 Packer fan total access memberships. Thank you so much, Clint. We appreciate you, buddy. You're the man. All right, so let's see what Tucker Kraft had to say on intervening. Really, I was just trying to separate my teammates from any further conflict as fast as I could, and it's the best idea I had was let's just take a lap together. On maturity and competition, there's a certain level of maturity to it. If you get beat on a play, some people get maybe a little sensitive about it, holding on to jerseys for an extra couple seconds. It is what it is. We're all extremely competitive individuals. We're here playing professional football, but at a certain point, we just have to realize that we're going to get tired of beating up on each other. We got to get more prepared to play other teams, and the best way to do that is just to keep each other safe, keep each other up. Zach Tom said, that's never happened before. He said on the support, that's never happened before. I haven't seen something like that since high school. We didn't want him to go around alone, so we're just like, let's join him. Obviously, we have his back. Quotes from Elton Jenkins here says, on backing Walker, I feel like he was just playing football, but we're going to ride with him no matter what. It was just basically like, he do it, I do it. And then, of course, Josh Jacobs says, on balancing edge and protection, I would say definitely need an edge, but it's also you got to protect the guys in the building because we're going to need everybody to win this time. It's going to take everybody, so I definitely say it's a thin line between playing hard and being a little chippy and doing a little bit too much. So obviously the context we talked about, he said he's going to meet with Enigbari in the cafeteria and kind of hash things out. Described as a scuffle rather than a full-scale fight occurring during the first 2 days of padded practices. Obviously yesterday you had the little dust up there with Nate Hobbs and Marshawn Lloyd, which it was confirmed by Goody today. And this cracks me up. This goes back to what I said last night, where people are like, yeah, well, he's just like, I'm already seeing people saying, I feel like Goody's covering for his new free agent because he said that Marshawn Lloyd's injury did not happen from the hit that Nate Hobbs laid on him. It was more of a non-contact type thing. Listen, I'm going to take him, for his word there, that what it was a non-contact thing, and it wasn't the injury that actually caused it. And again, Nate Hobbs giving his side of the story was like, man, I was kind of going to the ground and just tried to make the tackle, and it is what it is. But really what it does, it highlights the competitive nature of the 90-player roster where elite athletes' intensity can lead to such events. So, Jacob, what's your take on it, man? How do you feel about this whole Rashid Walker thing? I think it's great that we got some scuffles, and I can't wait for these guys to get their paws on somebody else.
Honestly, I think it might be if we could flash forward to the end of the season, if we are lucky enough to win the trophy, I think that days like this, incidents like this, may be an absolute reason, a catalyst as to why this team gelled together. It seems like it's a bad thing to happen when you have guys getting chippy like that, but what is the result of it? You saw the offense absolutely have Rashid's back, understanding that this dude's getting called out like he's like a little leaguer, like a high schooler. He's making them run laps. I used to have to do up downs. That's what we used to do when we messed up. And the fact that the team has already gelled enough. The fact that offensive line room, that Tuck Norris and that Josh Jacobs, I would argue probably one of our biggest leaders, if not the biggest leader on the offense, decided, hey, we're going to run this in solidarity with you. And you saw what that meant to Walker, because he even admitted straight away that, yeah, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to run the lap and be, ostracized or whatever. So the fact that team rallied around him, I think that's a remember the Titans type thing. Left side, strong side. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is an actual moment that you can't measure in statistics or variables or, stats. It's a team bonding moment. It's an emotional moment where guys go from being teammates to being, brothers. And I think that's something that you can't overstate.
Yeah, for sure, man. And listen, I put this tweet out, and I'm being serious. I said, everybody calm down. It's not like Rasheed Walker did this to Enigbare. You see Sheed at the left tackle. We didn't see him doing that, did we? I mean, come on. Let's go. What's the big deal? What's the big deal, Emilio?
Nothing. He was just trying to get up. He slipped a couple times.
It happens.
It's like he's trying to play leapfrog, but just couldn't get over.
Seriously. But I feel like it's kind of tough. Like, remember the Titans, Jacob. That's, college aspect sort of thing. But I feel like it's tough for Matt. He's over there coaching, grown men as well. So at some point you do have to kind of, set a boundary, put your foot down. And, if you have to go back to running laps, let's run laps. I mean, that's old school right there. That's how you stay in line. I mean, that was one thing that would get you to not mess up, because you don't want to do sprints at the end of the day. You don't want to do pyramids. You don't want to do any of those. So, all right, let's clean it up. And I was listening to the GM Shuffle, and Jeff Schwartz, the guy on there, he was talking about sometimes he said I was having a really bad camp, and he said that the coach, his offensive line coach, really liked the physicality and everything like that. And he was having a bad camp. So he decided that day in practice, he was going to go out there and kind of pick a fight. Not that this was that instant, but sometimes there are other opportunities for guys, or they're looking at it a different way. The dude was having a bad camp. He picked a fight, ended up winning. The O-line coach loved it in the moment. And then the O-line coach actually used it as film study. The next day they were watching over it, and he said when a fight happens, they actually cut the tape. So when the players are watching it, they don't see the fight happen. He said he saw him push the guy pushed him back, and then the tape cut. And he said the coach reamed into him for 20 minutes about not getting into a fight. And then afterwards he said, yeah, no, I knew you got in a fight, Schwartzy. I just wanted to get the O-line fired up. Like, all of that just to get the O-line fired up?
Right.
Okay. All right.
We playing chess, not checkers, right?
Seriously.
That's right. Ron Sample makes a great point here, boys. He says Rasheed gets in trouble every time Tim's on the sideline. I think there might be something to that, to be honest.
All one time that I've been.
Hey, you're batting 1,000. I mean,
Sheed's piss was hot before I even set foot in Ray Nitschke Field today. I promise you.
More than the piss was hot on Sheed. If you seen that Penn State rep just a second ago, you know what I'm saying? Green Bay Packer Daily. Rob Westerman, the man, the myth, the legend, in the chat says Tim was showing me the ropes today. Legend.
Stop it. Rob showed me the ropes today. Thank you, Rob. Hey.
Rob's way too humble, man. I'm telling you.
Rob gave me these. Okay, this is how we got in today. So thank you, Rob. So if anyone showed anyone the ropes, it was Rob Westerman for sure. Thanks, Rob.
It blessed my soul seeing that picture of you two, man. It was just awesome. It's like, God,
such a great day, man.
Love it. As we always say, we're building a team, not collecting talent. You know what I'm saying? So I was going to do a quick little day 6 recap here. Why don't we go around the horn? I don't know if you guys have had time to kind of dive into maybe what stood out to you. I know the big thing that people were talking about, and I've seen multiple people say it too, like Aaron Rodgers' agent says, per Rob Domofsky, Lucas Van Ness with another strong showing in one-on-ones, beat Jordan Morgan at left tackle twice, once with an inside move and another around the edge. LVN 3-0 so far in the drill. So you're starting to see a LVN sighting here, gents. What are y'all thinking about that?
I'll tell you what I saw on the sideline. I saw a 5-yard check down or an out to Romeo Dobbs, and I watched LVN come off the edge with one hand and throw Rome like a rag doll to the turf. I saw that firsthand. It was almost one of those plays that could have got chippy if they didn't blow it dead right away. But LVN just got enough to grab his shoulder coming around the corner, and just he threw Rome like he was a 2-year-old. You know, it was amazing.
Heck yeah. Anybody else got anything that they heard today they want to hit on before we dive into like Rob Domofsky and what he seen today? Good.
I think that was probably mine. Would be the progression of LVN, because we need that to happen, guys. I mean, the first round draft pick, the way that right here, like Pack Reps is saying, we need Hercules to have a breakout year. We really do, because we talked about the window being open, and I truly believe it is. The only thing I think that could maybe halt that is if we don't have another stud at that end position. And we know what we got with Gary. We don't have to worry about him. I think, honestly, we even might know what we have in a guy like Brenton Cox. And I've really liked Enigbare. I wish he maybe took a few more steps, but to have one more absolute stud in that rotation, being the LVN, I just think that could open up an unbelievable amount of progression for this team and for this defense as a whole. And as we stated earlier, it's been a long time since we had an actual shutdown defense. And when we did, we win championships. So let's bring it back.
Yeah. Amelia, you got anything you want to hit on before we dive into these updates from Rob Domofsky from practice?
No. I like that story about the dude just straight up picking a fight in training camp because he was having a bad camp.
All right. So let's get into it here. Rob Domofsky says practice number 6. It's a groin injury for Marshawn Lloyd, who left practice yesterday. Also, wide receiver Dontavion Wicks is not going today because of a calf injury. No other injury news. So that's just kind of a quick little injury update. So it is a groin injury with Marshawn Lloyd. Okay. So I know some people were saying, I heard them saying earlier today, and I think I was listening to Wildy and Tausch, and they were a little concerned. It was Jason Wildy and Joe Thomas, former Wisconsin Badger, I believe. And they said they were a little concerned with LaFleur's tone in terms of how serious that injury may be with Marshawn Lloyd. When I heard that, I'm like, oh, boy, are they thinking ACL? But it's obviously a groin injury. And I think Josh Jacobs actually said, too, after practice, it's not a big deal. He'll be all right. Now, I guarantee you Matt LaFleur is going to have a talking with him like, hey, can we not say stuff like that about injury? Don't be answering questions on other players' injuries, right? It's a big deal. So, anyway, there's your injury update. Here we go. Rob Domofsky says, Quay Walker working the sled. Coach LaFleur said the linebacker is getting close to being able to do 11-on-11. Walker's coming off of an ankle injury. We talked about this earlier in the week, hoping that Quay could probably go, a little on the backside of the week and kind of be full participation. And I think it might have been you, Emilio, that said love to see him for family night, to be able to get out there and actually kind of strap it up and go. So, we'll see how Quay progresses here. What the full field looks like during individuals. That's a really, really cool shot by Rob Domofsky here, just getting kind of a full field scan. A lot of stuff going on out there, Tim. A lot of stuff, man. I don't think people realize, like, when you see a shot, it's almost like you think that's the only thing going on right now. And really all over the field, you got everything. Just, maximizing that full. What they go for 2 hours a day, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, just about right around that mark. And that was the coolest thing about being on the sideline, is getting to walk with the practice. Like the players move, you can kind of follow them where they go, but it's really difficult. You have to focus on the different groups. You got to figure out what you want to watch. I think the big treat, thanks to Rob again for the passes today, was I got to look at some of the DBs and the linebackers. Normally I'm on the south end there. I only see D line and edge group kind of working. So today I got to see a little bit of offense, a little bit of the middle of our defense, the back end of our defense. It was a treat for sure.
Heck yeah. Good stuff. All right, let's move it along here. Wide receiver Savion has gone inside with a member of the medical staff. He has been working his way through the concussion protocol. So I don't think anybody, Jacob, you didn't hear anything about Savion getting hurt today, right? This is probably just precautionary, going back in for testing, stuff like that, I would imagine.
I personally didn't, but I did see that Coach in the chat had mentioned that he thought Williams went out again today with an injury. So I don't know if it was just maybe a follow-up or maybe just them trying to be overcautious with that concussion, but I did see that, but nothing more specific than that.
I saw him standing in the doorway of the Hudson Center today, and he had no helmet, and he was looking like a kid that got kicked out of the candy store. He wanted to be on that field so bad. You know how that is, Clayton, right? You kind of get pulled off. You want to hang around and be visible just in case they call you back in. But...
It happens every Saturday night. Mandy comes upstairs, says, cut the PlayStation off, knucklehead. Every time. I'm standing in the doorway downstairs like this.
Yep. That's kind of the look he had. You could tell he wanted to be out there, and he was a little frustrated. but staying engaged and watching practice. He was watching the receiver group while they were doing one-on-ones with the DBs, and you could tell he just wanted to be out there.
And this is strictly speculation. To me, it sounds like, and I could be wrong, it sounds like maybe he didn't clear concussion protocol fully yet, and he might have been disappointed over that. Rather than a new injury, It's probably, hey, let's get you back in. Let's do another test. Because they do it, I'm pretty sure they test daily while you're in concussion protocol. Yeah, look for those improvements.
So hopefully we see him Thursday or he's back for family night as well, right? Kind of like we're hoping for Quay. Maybe Quay is back for family night.
Yeah, that would be great. And then you get the running backs working on the sled here. That's a really cool shot. Josh Jacobs showing the youngsters how it's done in pass blocking. Let's see what we got back there in the background. You got Emmanuel Wilson, right? You got Chris Brooks, number 30. 46 is Izzy, right? Am I thinking right? I think it's Izzy.
I thought wasn't Izzy 23?
Oh, wait, yeah, he's wearing Ja's old number, yeah.
So who's 46?
46 is
Amar, maybe? Is it Amar Johnson?
I think it's Johnson. I think so.
I think so, yeah. So anyway, and if it was Amar Johnson, whoever 46 was, that clip we showed just a second ago, I don't know if you guys seen Jordan hand off to him on a zone read look. Boy, he looked agile. So, yeah, pretty cool seeing all the guys out there. Here we go. Rod Demosky says, Lucas Van Ness with another strong showing one-on-ones. Let's see here. Let me get this straightened up here. Lucas Van Ness with another strong showing one-on-ones, beat Jordan Morgan at left tackle twice, once with an inside moving around the edge. LVN 3-0 so far in the drill. Let me ask you guys this. Is that more concerning for Jordan Morgan, or do you feel more positive about LVN? You know what I mean? Because you can look at it two different ways, and the pessimistic fans on Twitter are going to say Morgan's a bust. And, of course, the LVN haters may even come across that way too, right? The pessimists will always find something negative to talk about. They'll come across going, well, yeah, it's because LVN is going up against Jordan Morgan. I can't wait till the day that Jordan Morgan gets out there and proves that he is a first-round talent and just starts kicking ass just to shut everybody up, because there are a lot of people that they have not given him a chance whatsoever. All right. Dynamite drop in. There we go. All right. So anything else you guys want to hit on in terms of the day 6 breakdown there? Did I miss anything? Anything else we need to look for here on X in terms of that?
I don't think so. Happy for LVN. Those one-on-one drills are definitely, slanted towards the defense. So we want to see that keep going. But Tim, no, I'm glad you got to see my boy while you were out there too. That was huge.
Yeah, huge. I got to stand a few feet away from him. He's a big dog for sure.
Were you in the shade?
Yeah, I got some free shade from Travis Glover today.
Boy,
sure. I didn't spoon him like you did. But
you wait. Everyone's laughing out there. You wait.
You wait till he gets his opportunity, right, Amelia?
Yeah,
all right, cool. Sure. I think we pretty much got everything in. There's one more tweet I wanted to show up. Now, listen, if you got kids in the room, cover their eyes, okay? Because there's a little language in this tweet, but this cracked me up. So at MDAA second said, imagine drafting effing Matthew Golden over Luther Burden. And then our boy at C. Coles quote tweeted it with a tweet right here that says, Ben Johnson screams at Luther Burden and kicks him out of the team drill.
Get ready to go.
Life comes at you fast. Life comes at you.
You know what? We don't have to imagine, because we did draft Matthew Golden over Luther Burden, and we feel really, really good about it right now, don't we?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. All right. I think that's it, man. I believe we covered everything. And want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat. Hardy the Prophet with the super chat. We had Aaron Rodgers with the super chat, Nate Solder with the super chat, and Clint the Armchair Quarterback gifting 10 Packer Fan Total Access memberships. We are looking for, first of all, Rodney Jens won the autographed rookie Dontavion Wicks card, okay? He said, hey, man, I've got a bunch of memorabilia. I don't really have a way to display this. Give it to the next winner. So the next winner was Jacob Clay. I know many people think that's me and Jacob that went in on that. I promise.
That's your joint burner account right there.
Right.
Yeah.
So if we don't hear from Jacob Clay here soon, Jacob Clay, if you're out there, shoot me a DM on Patreon. However, if you're not on Patreon and you're a YouTube member, send me an email or send me a text, 865-658-5824. Again, that's 865-658-5824. If we don't hear from him, then it's going to be Dave Colvin that actually wins the card. So if you're new here, you're wondering what the heck are you talking about? You doing giveaways? Yes, we do. So this weekend, we're going to be giving away an autographed Luke Musgrave rookie card. And what we do is anyone who's a member here on YouTube, if you just look right below the video, you'll see a join tab. Click on that. If you join as a member, or if you're a member of our Patreon community, patreon.com/PackerFan Total Access, then we put everybody's name on the wheel, spin it, and give away memorabilia all year long. So just a way for us to give back to those who are supporting the channel. We've also got a really cool thing in Patreon where we're doing Fantasy Football League. Our top league is already full. Jacob, you take it away, man. We're looking to fill a second league already, right?
Yep, we already filled the 14-man league. There's going to be an overflow league. So if you are in that Patreon chat, go there and talk with Andrew. And he's already set up another league. It's going to be, I believe, another $50 buy-in. There's going to be just a slightly different rules and scoring with his league just because he's the commissioner. And I told him, you do whatever you want to do. So he's going to have just a slight difference. But it's going to be fun to get as many of you guys in the chat, in the Patreon group, in the throughout the season, just being able to touch base with that. And we'll try to make it as interesting as possible. And, you know, it's always nice to do a payout. If I happen to win, which I probably will, I'll dedicate mine right now. I'll donate to whatever charity maybe the podcast has in the meantime. Or, you know what, maybe a renovation to the Oval Office, because Affen's mom said that she's going to call in. I can't make the afternoon shift tomorrow. Lisa said she can cover, though. That's not how we do this, Affen's mom. You understand that. Don't make me get the belt, all right?
Jacob, she was having muffler trouble.
You're going to be on that stage, and you're going to be dancing, all right? Or Affen's not getting his Hot Pockets.
Any little bit of credibility we had just went out. I mean, people are like, man, they got guys on the sideline at practice.
Yeah, right.
Camp practice, and then we're talking about the poll. Unbelievable. But I thought this was
cool.
cool.
Die by the poll, baby.
That's right. I tweeted this out. I thought this was awesome. This was actually over on his social media page. I said, this is the president and first lady of Wisconsin right here. How about this, man? Just got married. Everybody's celebrating, you know. And you say, you know, let's just have a couple burgers here. Let's just smash a couple burgers. Now, listen, I've seen the people in the chat. It's unbelievable how many people want to be negative. That's not Culver's. That's an In-N-Out.
Oh, my God.
Amelia, do we not have Culver's in Tennessee?
We have Culver's in Tennessee. And as well, if I had a chance to have an In-N-Out burger, I'm slamming that thing, okay? I'm getting a quadruple double. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. There's more positive than negative here, but it's always the people that's got 13 followers that jump in there too, and they say stuff like this. But I'm like, guys, the point is, look, they're humble people. That was the point. They fit right in with Wisconsin. They fit right in with the blue collar. You know what I mean? Just the Green Bay crowd. And I'm damn proud that he's our quarterback. It's just amazing how many people will take something and try to. It's just like yesterday, Tim. I posted that picture of Nate Hobbs. I was like, this dude came into camp, flipped the damn tables, got kicked out of practice, came back 3 plays later, intercepted a ball, and now he's walking back walking back on hot asphalt and hot concrete, barefooted,
with no shoes on.
Practice facility. Yeah, and you know what they said? He's not barefooted. He's got socks on.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what are we doing?
I would hate to hate myself that much.
Exactly. And again, I just love to do it. I just love to go to the profile and click on it and go, yeah, 16 followers. I wonder why more people don't care about your tweets.
Richard knows, Clay. Did you see that?
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Richard says we are getting In-N-Out in Tennessee. I've never had an In-N-Out burger.
Me neither.
Oh, Clayton. Oh,
Me
Clayton.
neither.
Is that the one you get
all
animal
you
style?
guys, all
Tim.
of you guys, let's go.
Is that the one you get animal style or whatever?
No, not if you're a rookie.
You
you'll
say
get
animal style?
Yeah,
That's a way
I
of
just go
ordering.
double ketchup and mustard only. Let's go, for sure.
What does animal style mean? Do you know?
It's you got to look at the In-N-Out menu kind of decoded. There's a few different ways to order, but it's delicious. I mean, you got to love a place that all they make is burgers, fries, and shakes. Like if you want chicken tendies, you better go to Wendy's.
So is anybody
Better go to cookout.
Yep.
Is anybody going to tell me what an animal style is? Like, I feel like that's a position that Jacob's got on the pole or the club.
Well, hey,
There it is. Respect oranges. Yeah, onions and Thousand Island dressing. 2 things.
But don't they take the top of the bun away when they do that, though? They just give you the grilled onions, and that's the top of your bun?
No, you get the bun.
I don't know.
That sounds like somebody balling on a budget over there. Is what that sounds. Christy Casual and Jacob. It's like puking a Big Mac on top of your fries. Man, y'all are off the chain tonight. Wow, what's going on?
Man.
Anything else? Did we suck up the show enough to end this thing, or we want to keep going here?
One more. Chuck Jagger says, "Hey, y'all, Happy Gilmore 2 was a good movie." I keep telling people, I loved it. It makes you just.
I think it was
nostalgic
exactly
for my
that.
childhood.
It was exactly that. It was a good movie.
Yeah, look at my man right here. You guys got to see this. Somebody quote tweeted me, right? Let's translate the post because I'm not educated enough to read that. The amount I'm going to use this as a sticker isn't even written down. Look at how he cropped it. That's all. That's my king right there, man. So, all right.
Oh, Mrs. Green in the chat. Here we go. Green Bay's own Al's Hamburgers. There we go.
Where's Al's at? Talk to me, Tim.
Downtown, baby. Washington Street. Let's go.
All right.
Hey, let's do it. My brother confirmed that we're going to be going to that game, Tim. So where can we take you out for dinner? Is Al's worth it, or can we go somewhere else?
Oh, we can go lots of places. We could walk through lot 1 and just hit the tailgates up too.
Ooh.
You know,
that's the way, dude. I'm telling you, you'll land steak in lot. I'm telling you right now.
Oh yeah,
it's just unbelievable.
I think the last time I walked through, I ended up with like brisket or something. Like there's all kinds of stuff.
See, Stacy saved me. I told you, Jacob. Animal style's burger with extra sauce and grilled onion. Protein style is without the buns.
Okay, well, this is what United Bates said, and I trust Bates more than I trust my daddy. So he said it's a beef patty grilled with mustard topped with pickles, caramelized onions, lettuce, tomato, extra In-N-Out signature spread, similar to Thousand Island dressing, and served on a toasted bun.
Yep.
Wow. Built to ass.
And every burger's made to order. You gotta love it.
Oof.
That's what's up.
Cheese curds and my stomach hurt all the time, but I do eat them though.
I'm all about some cheese curds, man. I'm just telling you. And listen, I've always said 1919 Kitchen and Tap, great curds.
Yep.
Man, Crow's West, great curds.
Yep.
You can't have a bad curd. But boy, oh boy, Hinterland.
Ooh.
They won me over. They won me
And
the
you
red.
dipped them, and you dipped them in the.
I think everything we had at Hinterland was delicious, right? Yeah. Everybody's meal was good that day.
You talking about tasting even better when we find out Tim footed the whole bill? I was like, oh, boy, if I'd known that, I would have really lit this thing up. You know what I mean? Let's go. So,
Don't worry, nobody's listening anyway.
It was a great day. Yeah. They were like, who's picking up the bill? I said, Tim.
Pay that man his money.
Yeah, I was using the upstairs bed. You know what I mean? I had to go conveniently.
I remember that. And somehow you and a couple other people showed up with more drinks. I remember that.
Holmes MD1. Tim Rowland, like Tim got more money than Mark Murphy, bro.
That's how he knows all the players. He's got that life, man.
Throwing them bennies out
That's
there.
terrible.
You know what I'm saying? Everywhere. So no, seriously, it was a great trip. I look forward. What we need to make happen. I don't know if we'll be able to do it. We could probably make it happen this year if y'all wanted to. I don't know if Emilio's a busy man, but just married. Ooh, look at me. I'm married now. But we need to plan a year where we can all go up to a game together. We need to make that happen. So
yes.
I'll be back up there at some point this year for sure. But that would be awesome if we could all get together for a game.
We gotta tear you and Emilio away from that summer grind one of these years. Get you up here for a camp practice, man.
We're getting closer for you, boy, over here. I'm just telling you, we're already talking about reducing the workload 20% next year, and then we got 1 foot out the door. So it's getting closer. So I look forward to the day we just get on here in the morning, grab a cup of coffee, talk ball in the morning, talk ball in the evening, and just do this full time. So
hell yeah,
it's going. Just got to keep working. So. All right, that's it, guys. We appreciate y'all. Thank you for putting up with our nonsense. We had a huge crowd in here tonight. If y'all would hit that like button, feel free to sub to the channel if you're new here. And we will be back tomorrow. Tim, I don't even know why we're showing this because there wasn't supposed to be a practice today, right?
Again, shout out to Rob Westerman. I was late. I was fully expecting to walk outside with no shirt and cut my grass today. And instead, I got a message from Rob saying, hey, you coming to practice? I said, practice? Thought there was no practice. I mean, if you look at that calendar right there, it shows nothing for today. But apparently they flipped Wednesday and Tuesday, so no practice tomorrow, at least no public, and then we'll be back Thursday, I believe.
That makes sense. All right, good deal, man. And then you guys got family night coming up Saturday. It's gonna be awesome. So, whether there's a practice tomorrow night or not, we will be in here 6:30 p.m. Central Time to talk Green Bay Packers. Thank you guys so much in the chat. Again, shout out to everybody with the super chats, Hardy the Prophet, Aaron Rodgers, H.E. Soder, and then Clint gifting the Packer Fan Total Access memberships. Y'all are awesome. And thank you to everyone in the Patreon group as well. Y'all have a wonderful evening. As always, let's go out and be the change we want to see in the world. And go Pack Go.
There we go.
Bye, guys.